Hello, I am Sandeep. This is a practical example on using Excel to compute linear equations solution. A quick review on linear equation goes like this, that if there is an equation which is written as ax equal to b, then if we want to solve this equation, what we do is we do some algebraic manipulation and end up like this. X can be written as A inverse of B if A inverse exists. So we can find the unknown values of X when we know the values of A and B. A simple example that we have been doing since our schooling days is, suppose we are given two such equations, x plus 2y equal to 4, 3x minus 5y equal to 1. These two equations need to be solved to find the values of x and y. So we put them in matrix form and simply find inverse of A, and further we go ahead and multiply that inverse with B matrix and get the solution, which is x equals to 2 and y equals to 1. So when x is 2 and y is 1, both equations will be simultaneously solved. Now a practical insight over this example would be, we can say that these two equations mean that x is 1 rupees per boy per man, and y is minus 5 rupees per woman. So just one woman. So what here is, I am trying to explain what these equations might mean practically in a real life case. So suppose we go for a haircut, and to get a haircut on one day, on this day, what happens is, it is a regular day and man is charged 1 rupees for his haircut. So a single man will be charged 1 rupees, and on that day a single woman that comes up, a female comes up, she is charged 2 rupees for a haircut. Now we don't know how many men and women turned up, and the total result of money transaction was 4 rupees. Now again we can say, on another day women got discount, and actually women got money to get their haircut done. So they were paid 5 rupees by the barber shop to get their haircut done. So they earned 5 rupees to get the haircut. So women, we don't know again how many women came up, but some amount of women came up and they earned 5 rupees from the barber, and some amount of men came up and they gave 3 rupees to the barber, which ended the barber's collection to 1. If we want to go with trial and error, we can see that here if we put actually looking back into the solution, x comes out to be 2 and y comes out to be 1 with the matrix solution, and the same equation I have put here, and which means that when x is 1, when there is just one boy, and when there is just when there are 2 boys and when there is 1 female in this equation, then this happens. So 2 males will give you a 6 rupee earning here, and a 1 female will give you a 5 rupee loss. 6 rupee earning minus 5 rupee loss will give you the right hand side of the equation. So this is how it goes. So this is a practical example in which we were given the price of a haircut in 2 different situations. Okay, first is this, second is this. X is 1 rupees, and then on the next day x is 3 rupees, and on the first day y was 2 rupees, and then on the next day y is 5 rupees, and they resulted in this situation. So we need to know how many men and women would satisfy these two conditions, two situations. So basically the answer would be that there were two men and one woman on both days which simultaneously satisfy this equation. So 2 men plus 1 woman, so 2 plus 2 will be 4. This also satisfied with x equals to 2 and y equals to 1 on this occasion also, and this occasion also. This is just an outline. Now basically what we want to do is we have done the theory, which is this. We have done a question, which is that we have got a bit of understanding through a practical real life example. Now let us use Excel to find this write-up, how to compute this Excel write-up. How to compute this mathematical equations using Excel. So I think now we have sufficient space to begin doing that. Let us first write the A matrix. A matrix is this one. This is our A matrix. So A matrix is 1, then 2, then -5 and 3. So we have written our A matrix, and now what we want our B matrix. So B matrix can be fetched out from here, which is 4 and 1. Let's format this thing here and center align them. Let us make them visible, more visible, by creating borders, and even more visible by coloring them. And now this one is A matrix, this one is B matrix, and first what we need to do is find A inverse, because we want to multiply these two to get the answer, the unknowns x. Before that we need, according to the theory, we need inverse of this A matrix. So what can we do? We will have the inverse computed in another 2 by 2 matrix. So what we do is we will select 2 by 2 matrix, then enter this formula equals to mi, and then you will see that it has already suggested you with many formulas in which this one is relevant to you. You are finding matrix inverse. So MATLAB calls it with the name M inverse. Now which array the question is asking? We go for this array. Now the catch is you have to now press Ctrl Shift and enter so that you get the correct answer. If you notice that a curly brace is placed, let me zoom in and show you, magnify. Let me zoom this in and show you. This is a different formula because we are trying to put formula in all 4 cells. So what is required is we need to place another set of bracket, which is curly bracket, and there my zoom button has come up a little later. Processor has given up on me. Now see this. There is this simple formula equal to min inverse and the range of array. After that you see these 2 curly brackets. These 2 curly brackets are now showing that all 4 cells need to be populated with that formula. So curly bracket should be placed. Let us try doing it manually. We select all of them, we write equals to, and we find M inverse, and then we open the bracket, we select the array, and then we close the bracket, then we apply curly braces, and it was too early, so I now place it here and then press enter, and nothing happens because curly braces need to be placed somewhere else. Let us try here, and again there is error. So there is error when you try to type it, so shortcut key is pretty much helpful. See, this one and this one is same, it's just that this is small. Let us again try to make it look exactly similar to it, but still it is not doing the job. We can also try to insert the direct automatic formula here. Now what we have done is we have not selected the 4 cells. First select the 4 cells, then go for that formula and select the array for which inverse is to be found. Notice you have been suggested with the correct answer. There is the answer, and now it should come up here, but let us see if it does. Pressing OK only gives this part, but this is not there. So what you can do is you can try stretching it. Let's see if it helps. Now there is this space problem, but again it has shifted, so let us bring it back and then press enter. Again the same value has come, so it is a bit difficult to get it that way. Best is to select all, type the formula and press Ctrl Shift Enter. Now this is A inverse matrix. Let me highlight this one with a different color, and this is the A inverse. Now we simply need to multiply these two matrices. So let us first check, can this happen? The number of columns should be equal to number of rows. Yes, matrix A inverse can be multiplied with matrix B. Now let us get the number of rows and column we need for an answer. So this will be multiplied by this. We will get 1 row and 1 column in the first column. This will be multiplied by this. Then we'll get another column in the same row. So we need something like this. So press equals to, but we need to fill this in with, we need to matrix multiply this time, and the suggestion comes up. You double click on it, select the first array, insert a comma and select the other array. Again press Ctrl Shift Enter, you get the answer. So here what we have got is, this is the inverse of this, and this is the B equation, and that is the multiplication of these two. So actually this should have come up as 1, but it is not coming up as 1. Why should be 1? Why is that happening? Let us try again. Let us select like this, press equals to matrix multiplication, and then we select the first array, we select the second array, and we press Ctrl Shift Enter. This time we have got the correct answer. Now let us see what happened here. We do this. Okay, I had this thing wrong in my mind that we will get 1 row and 2 columns. We actually should have 2 rows and 1 column. So this is the answer. This one is the answer. Let us highlight this somewhere. Let us highlight it in okay, there are no good bright colors available, but I think yellow is sufficient. So there is our answer, and this is how we compute in matrix. So matrix, compute the matrix in Excel. So this is faster. Thank you for watching, and if you have any questions you can ask in comment section. I'll try to answer as soon as possible. Thank you.